Well, hello there. It is Jamie J, and it looks like we're having a little bit of a struggle with the streaming today. It's being held up a little bit, but probably should have restarted, rebooted the computer and all that stuff first. But no worries. Sara will be here momentarily, and we'll get to rocking. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Hello.
Hi.
I
made it.
Yeah, she made it. We got a little bit of a green screen issue going on too. So before we get too crazy, I want to see if I can fix this up a little bit. How's that? Is that better?
That looks beautiful.
Okay. Boy, it's something that's like super bright white in here today. All right.
We haven't been in the sun for several months.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Well, hello, everybody. I am Jamie and
Sara.
And this is a special edition of Live with Bottleneck. We call it a Week in Review. What happens during the Week in Review?
We talk about the challenges we had last week, how we overcame those or how we're working on them, and what we've got coming up the following week.
See? That's what we do. And so today we're going to be talking about the tone is nothing but a dreamer.
Can you put your hands on your head?
Can you put your hands on your head?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Nothing but a dreamer. I'm a good singer. Speaking of singers, a good friend of ours, Liz Mariando, congratulations. Mm-hmm. If you go to cmt.com, you can check out her new video.
Yeah. Way to go,
really
Liz.
Cool. That's so awesome. Yeah. So happy for you.
Yep.
She worked so freaking hard,
mm-hmm.
And so she deserves it. So congratulations. Good for her. Okay. So nothing but a dreamer. So the reason that I decided to pick up something called this episode today, Nothing But a Dreamer, is because I thought it was kind of in line with what Sara and I do here. We have these dreams, we have these goals, and quite frankly, I consider myself a dreamer. If I don't dream and think of doing things that have either never been done before or are very hard to achieve, I don't think I would have been in the position that I'm in today. And I've been a dreamer for a long time, since I was a little kid. And I really think that any business that you get into from a business point of view, or if you want to talk about your personal life, anything that you want to do starts with a dream. I really think
Absolutely.
So. And so I don't want to get too cheesy or woo-woo on that, but that's the underlying tone for today, is that everything that we've done started somewhere. It started with a dream, started with an idea, started with a concept. And that's why I say nothing but a dreamer, because I'm always dreaming up new ideas, dreaming up new things to do.
Me too.
So is she.
So I'm working on something right now. So what do I say? We try to go on a walk every day.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? I say almost every time we go for a walk.
Well, we talk about our house and.
No, what do I say? Necessity.
Oh.
Almost always.
I don't know what the saying is, but it has. What does it say?
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yeah, necessity is the mother of invention.
Yeah, and it resonates with me, and I'm always like, oh, yeah. Like I'll see something on our walk, and I'm like, you know why they designed that? And Jamie was telling me about some kid that's 16 years old in college, and he created something to do with your Wi-Fi and then something else.
Yeah.
A kid 16 years old and in college. Yeah. Smart kid.
Pretty cool. He invented this device you could plug into the wall and it wouldn't use as much power, so it would save on your electric bills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Crazy.
So the kid's smart. And immediately I was like, oh, I wonder what he was trying to do, because necessity is the mother of invention. So with us, my head's in the clouds a lot. I have SOS. But I'm always thinking about what can we do? What can we do? Now my follow through. I'm like,
You got a lot of stuff out there started.
Jamie, I got this great idea. Go.
Yeah, and I'm not the greatest at follow up either. So
yeah, yes.
So what were some of the challenges this week for us?
Let's see. You know what? Time management. Time management was a big issue with some of our team, and trying to, and it's not, it's nothing on them. They're not doing anything wrong. They're just not managing time well and able to prioritize, and so it just takes some meetings. It takes some talking to them. You let them talk through it. What's the holdup? What's causing the bottleneck in what they're doing, and you always want to help them. You want to enable them. And that's what we try to do, so we can come to a solution together, or figure out what that pain point is for them, the same way we do with a client. Anyway, big shout out to the team. We had a meeting yesterday and came up with a solution, and I think it's going to work out. So
yeah,
kudos to them.
Yeah, we're every day is a challenge, but I don't say that in a negative way. I say it in a positive way. I think everybody kind of gets together and enjoys taking on these challenges together, and that's exactly what they did. So proud of the team. Yeah, super stoked. And I would say some of the challenges that I've had this past week were I've miscommunicated a couple things, and so one of the things I need to continue to do, I do pretty often, but if like, just for instance, the last call I was on, I have a couple of to-dos. I need to enter those in. I need to give myself enough time between meetings so that I can take care of my notes right away, because otherwise I scribble them down on a piece of paper because I have another screen up or something like that, and I probably need to figure out a way of documenting my stuff on the fly a little bit better, because I'm having a hard time transitioning from writing down to typing it into the computer. My only challenge is I remember better when I write. So like if I write something down, for me in any ways, I remember better when I write. So I like writing, and believe it or not, I write in cursive.
Yeah. So you know what I see there. So when we have a meeting, Reina's she's like, okay, you guys hard stop, or you need to keep this going. And Jamie has a hard time with saying goodbye.
Time management.
I've got to go. Yeah. And he does actually in his calendar schedule buffers between meetings, but he's usually, when you're in a meeting, you're having so much fun and you're so engaged, because that's the kind of people we like to work with, that you don't want to stop the meeting. But he's going to have to start doing just a hard stop.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, because so what happened is a couple projects got held up because of me, because I wasn't able to put in, okay, this is the to-do, this is what we need to do. And I didn't have it fresh in my mind when I went back to it, or I forgot it. And that happened 2 or 3 times this week. So shame on me, and I got to figure out a way of doing that better. So yeah, that's going to be my focus for next week. So there we go. That's how I'm overcoming that. I'm going to give myself a buffer, and I'm going to be intentional about it. I'm going to keep that top of mind so that I can fix that. So that's what I'm going to do. If anybody else has any tips out there, let me know. One of the cool things I did find about this past week, and it was a conversation I was having with the Andrew Muller, who and Fiona. They work at a company called Andrew Muller Creative, and they do like advertising, Facebook ads and Google ads and things like that. And they're really good, by the way. If you guys need anybody, go check out Andrew Muller Creative. It's amazing. But one of the cool things that he was showing me was this AI stuff and artificial intelligence. And so I couldn't remember what resource he was using. So I just went and Googled. I came across this resource called copy.ai. It is freaking amazing. It's an amazing tool where you put in a title and then a quick overview, and it generates value propositions or, social media posts and all this stuff.
Mhm.
It's really, really cool. Now you may have to make some tweaks on it and stuff like that, but it's pretty dang cool.
Yeah.
And they are offering a 7-day free trial if you want to go check it out. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
That was one of the neat things I found this week.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
So something interesting I just learned this morning is when you're training or deciding on a DA, it is so important to realize that
that means distant assistant.
Sorry. It's so important to realize that if you're going to train this person, if you want them to be able to take over the tasks that don't give you energy, that you hate doing, you have to be able to do those tasks. So unless it's like you need someone that just manages your website, that's easy. You need somebody in web management. But if you need someone that's going to be like a personal assistant, you have to know how to do all these tasks. Until you do, you're really not ready to hire, because you have to be able to train them. You have to be able to train them. And it's so important to realize that you can't bombard them with, 50 different tasks at once. You've got to start, and it's in increments. And so many people want to hire the golden goose, and you got to get it in your head when you hire someone.
What's a golden goose?
A golden goose. I need someone who can build my WordPress website, who can manage my e-commerce and write social media blogs. That's a golden goose. That person does not exist. It does not exist.
So I have a question then too. So, okay, so you're saying that you need to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be able to know how to do everything in order to delegate it. So what about, like, for instance, for me, I don't know Facebook advertising or Google AdWords.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and hired somebody.
Mm-hmm.
What about scenarios like that when I want to improve our business, but I don't know how to do something?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it make sense to go and find somebody and hire somebody that knows that?
Oh, absolutely. I'm talking from a DA point of view.
Yeah, DA, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Can't I go out and find an assistant to do my bookkeeping, or an assistant
absolutely.
To do something that I don't know anything about?
If you need somebody to specialize, yes, to take off some of the things that you don't know how to do, yes. But if you're wanting them to take over your day and lessen the hours that you spend on something, you need to be able to train them on those items.
Okay. Because a lot of people that I've talked to, like, they don't know how to do social media.
Right. And you can hire for that, but it's not something. When I talk about this, I'm talking about the things that you as a business owner do on a daily basis, and that you hate doing. They don't give you energy. Okay. So,
but you're doing them.
Yes, you're doing them. Yeah. So if maybe you're posting on Facebook, but you have no idea what you're doing.
Right.
So yes, there's a fine line there. But I think when you start, you need to be able to find somebody that can do what you do 85% as well. Is that the number, right?
Pretty close.
But 85-90% as well as you can, so they can take that off your plate and you can focus on your business and not worry about getting stuck in the quicksand inside your business.
Yeah. One of the biggest things you have to keep in mind too, and this goes with any new hire at all, whether it's remote or in-person, brick and mortar, it doesn't matter. You must, absolutely must, be prepared to spend your time to train this person.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to set the expectations. And that goes for anybody. And and this is something I hear quite a bit, Jaime, we need help. I don't have time to train this person. Just find me a rock star. That's a big red flag. Because ultimately, if I go through with that and I say, okay, fine, we'll do everything we can, we're going to find you this rock star, and it doesn't work out, chances are it won't work out, because this person coming in is not going to know what's in your head, and they're not going to know what's expected of them or where your level of expectation lies. And ultimately, it'll come back on us because we found somebody that was terrible for this position. And so it's so important to be clear on what it is that you want. And then don't be too ambitious with regards to a training schedule. Oh, I have 37 tasks that I need to take it off. I'm going to get this and delegate this to a distant assistant or to somebody else, and they're going to take all of these off my plate in like a week, right?
Sorry. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's hard. And so be prepared to just focus on 2 to 5 tasks in a given month. Make sure you can clearly delegate those to somebody so that they can take those tasks and they can literally step by step process it right out the workflow, get back with you and say, is this exactly what you're looking for? And they're saying yes. And that way now you know that you're on a level, but that takes some time. It's really important though to build this foundation so that you can build this glorious house on top of it. But that foundation needs to be very strong, like concrete.
Yeah.
Strong.
So just think about corporate America. Somebody's built a company up, a huge, a Fortune 500 company, and they want to retire. Who are they going to hand it over to? They're going to hand it over to the guy that's put in the time and the hours and knows the company. So don't expect to be able to hand over your company to someone in 6 months. That's not realistic. And a perfect example is, how long had Reina been working with you?
About 6 months.
About 6 months, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
When your mom passed away.
Oh yeah, a little more than that. When my mom passed away.
Yeah. So when Jamie's mom passed away, we had to take a considerable amount of time. Jamie had to take a considerable amount of time off because she was very sick there at the end. He was having to travel from Missouri to California, spend time there. And he basically put the company in Reina's hands. And guess what? When we came back, and COVID had just started when we came back, the company was just as strong as when we left.
Yeah, she did awesome.
So I'm telling you, it's not something that's going to happen overnight, but it's a great possibility. I just, I can't sing the praises of Reina enough.
Yeah.
And the training that Jamie put in. How long did it take you to train Reina until you were like, okay, now I can focus on some other things?
I think that was pretty quick. I think the training went along pretty quick. Probably 45, 60 days, working back and forth.
But you spent a significant amount of time with her every day.
Yes, I did. But I did a lot of prep too before. Mm-hmm. So I said, this is what a typical day looks like. I wrote it all out. And, I was very detailed. So basically, I, gave her an opportunity to do something every single minute of the day. But I did a lot of groundwork initially. Mm-hmm. And that's where a lot of people trip up, mm-hmm. is they don't take the time initially to do all of this stuff and identify the tasks and how is that task supposed to be done and record the video, like this is how this should go. Or, hey, you know what? I have a problem. I'm not managing my email good enough. What are some ideas that you can help me with to fix this? Mm-hmm. This is what I would talk to Reina about. Mm-hmm. And together, mostly her, figured out incredible ways of making my life more efficient so I could focus on growing the business instead of figuring out my email.
Right.
So that was huge.
Yeah, huge. So it takes work, and you've got to be able to dedicate the time to do this, or you're setting yourself up for failure.
Yep.
And you're setting us up for failure. And we want to help you thrive, not survive.
We want to help your dream come true. Nothing but a dreamer.
Be more like Jamie.
Be more like Sara. So what's coming up this week? We have any cool stuff?
What's coming up this week? I'm trying to get the medical side all going and working together with QuickBooks. So that's my big challenge right now. And of course it's tax season. So I'm working with the CPA to get all that taken care of, and trying to, I don't know if you guys know, but we are in the market for a house, and this is very exciting for us. And So I'm working, trying to make sure all the financials are correct, and so that this is nice and smooth sailing. So
yeah, super excited.
Yep. So what about you?
So I am excited because this next week coming up, we are sourcing like crazy right now, and want to say thank you to everybody who is entrusting us to give us their business, because we're seeing business getting a lot better now. And a big kudos to Glenda, big kudos to Javelin and Rachel, Reina, all of the Raquel. Yeah. You guys have been awesome at putting this stuff together, because we're using our CRM, and they're all the workflows and all that stuff that's going into play. It's let's see, Chuck. Hello all. Hates tax season. I hear you. So do I.
It doesn't bother me, because I just have to get all the paperwork together and poof, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of getting that bill.
And then
they
get just sign it.
Yeah. But so I am excited about this next week, because we have a lot of new clients coming on board, which is good for everybody. And it's really exciting when that happens. So this is my next week. We have a lot of onboarding meetings. I'm doing a lot of videos right now, by the way, because we're updating stuff, and we have some more ideas for ways that we can help videos for our distant assistants. They're a new training certification platform that we're building, and then also for our clients to help them, kind of educate them on how to hire. Fortunately, I've been fortunate enough to have interviewed over 1,000 candidates in the past 15 years. And so I'm able to take a lot of that and gift that to our clients of what I've learned. And so what we're trying to do as well is figure out a way that we can help them kind of go through the process, help our clients go through the process. So that's a lot of what we're doing this next week as well. And then, it's been an interesting week. I got 2 offers from people to buy the company this week, which I thought, I don't know why they'd want to do it right now, but
okay.
We were excited to see that. It lets us know that we're doing something right. We're not entertaining any offers, by the way. We're excited where we're at right now. And so that's my next week. So we're pretty excited about that. One of the other things that I'm excited about for next week is I get to play hockey again, which is going to be a lot of fun.
He gets to play upper level. So he hates, like I say, hey, let's go to drop-in, and he's like, So he likes Friday drop-in, but the others, he doesn't want to go. Yeah. So because they're not good, like Jaime. So he's been invited.
No, that is not, no, I'm not, I'm supposed to keep this mum. I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Oh.
I'm just playing hockey.
Oh.
So I'm really excited about that. But I think that's it.
Well, something exciting. What's super exciting?
What's that?
Rachel, who's our recruitment manager, she is so busy that she's hiring an assistant.
Yeah. That's really cool.
That's exciting for her. And that was part what I was talking about, the time management. She's got to have all her workflows in place in order to hire this person, which is all the work, all the groundwork that you've got to have in place before you can bring somebody on. And she's having to do the work of recruiting.
Yep.
And she's challenging.
Yeah.
Challenging herself.
Yep.
And so we're helping her. The team's pulling together to help her. So this is kind of exciting.
Yeah, it is.
This has got to be super exciting for Rachel, because she lights up when she talks about, I think I found my assistant. Yay!
I know what it is too. I want to say hi to Sheen. So Sheen is our newest developer. We had to hire another developer because things are going pretty crazy. That's what I'm excited about next week too, is we're launching our partnership program. So people will be able to refer business, and we have a way of paying them a recurring income quarterly, but it's a recurring income every month for a full year. So we're really excited. We've been working really hard on that. Mm-hmm. And we're also rolling out BTV, so Bottleneck Television. So we're building that page right now. It's almost done. So next week's going to be a big week. We'll launch Bottleneck Television. and it's basically YouTube for right now, but we want to make sure to call it BTV because who knows if we ever get kicked off YouTube for some reason, or maybe we change platforms, whatever the case may be. We didn't want to say YouTube, right? So you can go and subscribe today. I think we have 49 subscribers or something like that, but we haven't really been pushing it. So we're really going to start getting into the videos a lot more. So you can see this video, you can see any interviews that I've done in the past. We have hundreds of videos already on the channel. So yeah, pretty excited about that.
Yeah. And kind of a sad day. So we're going to a funeral today. So our good friend Dave Stobie and his wife Elizabeth Stobie, his father passed away. I believe he had, was it a liver transplant or a kidney transplant?
I don't know.
It was one of the two.
I think it was liver.
And he was doing pretty good. He looked pretty good, but then he was in and out of the hospital and
lost his battle.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to go support Dave and his family today. Dave Stobie, good friend and somebody that everybody should meet at least once just to hear him laugh.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
he's got
a great
this big,
areas.
Bolsterous laugh, and he's just he's incredibly smart, and you know, and it's just a really, really fantastic fella, and
but funny and
funny as all get out.
Yeah.
Just a great guy. So we're not gonna play hockey today, so we're gonna go visit and give our respects.
Yep.
But coming up, you want to say what's coming up here?
Okay, this is exciting. So you already talked about BTV. So let's talk about Dave Sanderson. Okay, I don't know if you know who Dave Sanderson is, but what was the flight that crashed on the Potomac?
No, it was the Miracle on the Hudson.
Oh, on the Hudson. Okay, they're close rivers. Anyway, he was the last guy off the plane on that. What a great guy. Anyway, turning turmoil into triumph. That's what he's done. And he's going to be live Tuesday, March 16th at 2 p.m. Central Time and 3 p.m. Eastern. That'll be an exciting time.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
And
a little fun fact, he used to be head of security for Tony Robbins. That's pretty cool.
I wonder if he was head of security when Tony Robbins' fire thing went wrong.
I don't know. But Dave Sanderson is a great guy. He's an author, and he's traveling around. He's speaking at a ton of events, and he's there to help a lot of people. You know,
yes. Where'd we meet him? Podfest.
I think I met him at Mastermind.
And then we saw him at
Podfest in Florida. Yeah. And then, just kind of kept up the relationship over the time.
Yeah, and nice guy.
A really good guy. Super smart, great guy. Yeah, that's going to be a fun conversation. And then I would like to pop this up there one more time. Yes, we are official HIPAA compliant. So
that's huge.
Yeah.
Way to go, Raquel.
Yes.
Raquel worked her behind off and got she worked and worked and worked.
Several months.
Yep.
So
yeah, that's a huge accomplishment.
Yep. Thank you, Raquel. Good job. And Raquel is also our compliance manager. So it's fantastic. So anything else? No,
I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything.
I hope everybody, don't we spring forward this weekend?
I don't know. That's a good thing.
So our clock in the bedroom is going to be right again.
Yeah. Oh, we just had to wait 6 months. Clock's always right twice a year. All right. Thank you so much. Yep. Remember, create your own ripple. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Nope. Ride that ripple.
Ride that ripple. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great one. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.